There is a clash between Liz Truss's government and the Westminster establishment that's trying to give more powers to the House of Lords. That's why the Prime Minister is going to ask the King for help. Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first video of the day. We're going to come to you guys every half an hour with a number of updates throughout the whole day about what's going on inside the country and also outside. But first things first, let's talk about what we reported on the channel yesterday. As we said, former prime ministers usually issue a new list of the new lords and baronesses to increase the size of the House of Lords and to add more political power to the House of Lords, completely destroying the upper chamber. Boris Johnson, once again, just like any other former PM, like Blair, like Cameron, like May, he's doing it. Now, Liz Truss is not too happy. We'll find out today. The Prime Minister is going to be asking potentially King Charles to approve, at least delay this process until after the next election. Now, there are no good sides into this game because, of course, the Boris loyalists want to get in there, but you've got Liz Truss and her government being afraid of the potential coup against her. She knows that the other side want to bring it down. And, if you add more MPs and more lords and baronesses who don't like Liz Truss, she's going to have a difficult time. So she wants to stop that. But again, it's also a good cause because you don't really want to increase the size of the House of Lords. Not only increasing it, but filling it with political people. The upper chamber has become too politicized. And that's the biggest problem that we're currently facing. Now, Liz Truss, as we said, may be asking King Charles to approve this delay. Now, of course, considering the House of Lords is an arm of the palace and the crown, King Charles can intervene, but of course he's going to have to approve this. However, there are a number of people, including Lord North, a professor of government at the University of Hull, who says, well, this is absolutely chaotic, this is unprecedented, it's never happened before. To be fair, you guys have already destroyed the tradition, all the new precedents that you've set by creating a situation where politicians and former prime ministers can easily just add more of their political friends to the upper chamber. That wasn't the case before, was it? And now this is a situation we're currently facing. Somebody needs to fix it before the whole thing implodes. Now, King Charles, when it comes to King Charles, the situation is, of course, if Liz Truss decides to break with convention, as the Times reported, it is understood that she would need to advise Buckingham Palace. Now, this is quite interesting. King Charles is said to favour an overhaul of the honour system and an end to them being awarded to the wrong people for the wrong reasons. I never thought that I would say this so early on in his new title, King Charles, but I support that. It's quite rare when I clap for King Charles, but that was genius, absolutely spot on. Do not create a more of a politicized House of Lords. Do not just randomly give honours to those who don't deserve it, or to those who have bad intentions, or to those who are just completely politically lazy and intellectually vacant. This is why the system's going down. We need to completely prevent it before people rise up against it, obviously metaphorically. We're not France. But you never know what's going to happen within the next decade or so. So, as I said, with this topic, both sides have their own intention and their own agenda. And we, normal people out there, we're just sitting here, waiting, wishing for the best to happen, I guess. But we're going to come back in half an hour. We're going to tell you about what's going on in Scotland because the NHS trade unions and nurses are not too happy about Nicola Sturgeon's SNP government. They have withdrawn their support from the SNP and are going to be bringing down Nicola Sturgeon. Subscribe to the channel. I'm Tousi and we are the media.